You're watching it now. President Trump and the First Lady are saying goodbye to Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his wife. That is happening right now. They're on the way shortly to be out of the country after what I would call a very successful state visit. And President Trump and Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer have finished their joint news conference. Barclays CEO C.S. Venkatakrishnan joins me now. Sir, welcome to the program. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I'm intrigued that we got no indication in the press conference of any progress on the 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel.
Yeah.
Is that because President Trump was concerned about free speech in Britain and he was unwilling to see American technology guys arrested if they set foot in America? I know that's a tricky question for you, but that's what everybody's talking about.
Well, I think you have to look at the much broader picture. And, you know, if you thought that the UK-US special relationship, which has been an extraordinary relationship over decades and centuries, had reached perfection, I think what both the President and the Prime Minister showed was how much deeper and broader it could go. And I think when you look at the deals on technology, the deals on healthcare, the deals on energy, it just shows you how much they've accomplished. And I think that's a real sign of progress for both countries. Barclays is a bank that spans the UK and the US, and we welcome it.
Is America going to help the Brits with their AI position, the situation? I noticed that NVIDIA is going to create a supercomputer, an AI supercomputer in Britain, the most important AI facility in Europe. That's real help.
So I think it goes both ways. I think the UK has some fantastic scientists and engineers. In fact, computing in its modern form was invented here by a gentleman called Alan Turing. And then, then you know, you've obviously got the great technology might in the US, but you know, Google has facilities here too, to Microsoft, NVIDIA, as you've mentioned. And I think it's really a joint force to bring talent, to bring development, and to bring technological progress on both sides of the pond.
You're obviously a great diplomat, but I know you were in this business meeting. It looks like it was hard bargaining, was it?
There was a lot of good feeling, I've got to tell you. Good feeling, optimism, confidence, strength, partnership. Those are the words I'd use.
Nobody wanted to upset the apple cart, did they?
But I think it's a great apple cart, right? I mean, I think really, if you've got to look at the numbers, right? Look at the number of times the president has come to the United Kingdom. Look at the reception he received yesterday and the reception he's received today. And the amount that has been announced, I think it's great for both countries. And for the financial services industry, which I represent, we have been intertwined, the UK and the US, London and New York are the great financial centers of the world, intertwined for decades, if not centuries.
Well, with the Brits now out of the European Union, is that terrific financial relationship, London and New York, is that still in place?
Absolutely in place, and it's going to go stronger. If you take Barclays, the company which I'm honored to be CEO of, we've been here in London for 335 years. We've been in New York for 175 years. Benjamin Franklin was a client of ours. So that's how deep the relationship is. And you know, we make well over 45% of our money in the US. We've got 20 million customers in the US. We facilitate $2 trillion of financing, working with others in the US, lend money to individuals. So it's a broad and deep relationship. We do the same here, and American banks do the same here. So it's very deep.
C.S., that was a spectacular commercial, if ever I heard one. Congratulations, you are indeed a diplomat.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No, not at all. We're not done. We're not done. Is New York the financial capital of the world?
Absolutely it is. And London is joined at the hip.
But does this deal enhance the position of London and New York as financial centers?
It does, for two reasons. One is the next wave of technology is about digital assets and digital payment systems. And with the Genius Act and stablecoin, the US is leading on that. Equally, on consumer finance technology, the UK has been very advanced in terms of people paying contactless and people using systems contactless. When we think about our 20 million customers in the US, and forgive me, we don't operate a single bank branch, but we reach them. So that's the big banks, the fintechs, it's all both ways.
The Federal Reserve has lowered interest rates a quarter point.
Yeah.
Another couple of quarter point cuts still to come. You disappointed?
Well, I think we forecast a couple more to come. Yep. And at least from what I read about the voting, it was mostly on the side of the quarter point. And I think they've taken the first recognition of the need to propel job growth. And so that's a good thing. It's, I think, what the market was expecting, and we're expecting a couple more.
You want a couple more.
We're expecting a couple more. I think we want what's good for the economy in the long run.
What about inflation? It's 3.8% in Britain right now.
Well, the UK is different, and the UK has had inflationary pressures, mostly from food prices because a lot is imported, but it's one of many things. And so today what you saw was the Bank of England did not move on rates,
Right.
I think partly out of concern for inflation.
C.S., and I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name again, but do it for me if you wish.
Venkatakrishnan.
I knew I got it right. C.S., thank you very much for joining us, sir. It was a great honor.
Mr. Varley, thank you
Pleasure.
very much.
Thank you very
you.
much
Bye.
indeed.